All right, simple bandsaw box, nothing complicated. Uh, you take a block of wood and you come up with the shape and the different kinds of wood you want to use. Do a glue up. And the first thing you want to remember is once you get it the shape you want it, is to take the back off. That's the very first thing you need to do. Just cut the back off, because once you cut your back off, then you bring your bandsaw in on an angle, if whatever direction you want it. And the best thing is to do is to try to find the grain of the wood, because once you've done that cut there, when you're finished and you glue it, you want that line to be as little as showable as possible. Okay, so now you've done your cutout. There's the cutout. From that, here's our cutout. So the first thing you do is cut the back and the front off of that. There's the front. And what I do here is I put a little check mark on which is front and which is back there. I got a 1 here for the front and 2 little notches here at the back to remember how it goes back together. So once I take the front off, then I cut the back off. Now I've got a solid block. Then I proceed to go sideways again with the bandsaw and cut out the center. There's my center. Put the back on the back and the front on the front. There's your drawer. They're really quite simple. They're a lot of fun to make. You can make them very complicated. And Wayne's going to talk about flocking. That's the, you got to be careful how you say that. That's the stuff inside the box. So that's the simplest way. I'm going to leave this out here. You guys can see that. And do you have the slides there?
Yeah, we need 1 second. We switch screens here.
And I need my cheat sheet that I didn't bring.
Uh-huh. This one?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, can we put it up on another screen as well? Okay.
Are we on 2 screens? Okay, this is on my listing, I got it as a heart box. It's basically that. It's bloodwood and I think it's oak I used on that one. Next screen, please. So there it is, finished, a different view of it, and you can make them any shape, size you want. And again, the finishing product of the bandsaw box is how tight you can make your opening here, that it doesn't have a lot of room in there when you're done. So the more precise you can make and practice with the bandsaw. Now what I use is a 3/16 6 TPI to do all my cuts. Gives me, and you guys can see this, pass that around. That's a pretty nice cut, and yes, it is just pine, but still you can see there's hardly any roughness to that, which eliminates a lot of sanding, and you want to match them as close to possible when you put them back together so you don't see the lines. The next one here, that is what I call a dog bone. I try to come up with names of these. And next slide. So it kind of shape of a little bit of a dog bone, and that is leopard wood. This is back when I was doing a lot of bandsaw boxes. And again, I'd have to tell you, I don't know where the slot is on that when I went in. I think it's dead center in the bottom when I went in and then joined it back together. So again, those cuts are really important for the finished look. Next slide. Yeah, and that's another picture of it there. That does have green felt inside it. I never did get the flocking. I just used the green felt, which worked really well for me. Next. This is a little box I made, and this come up with different ideas. So that way there was no cut to hide. As you can see, I cut in around the bottom and around the top, made my cutout. And what I did there with the Posner bit, I just made different cuts, and I used all different. types of wood to make little buttons in it. Very unique, kind of different. Just an idea I come up with. Next, and there it is. There you can see there's no line I had to join. And again, you can notice the top right black button there. It is a little off because you can see the door or the gate is a little to the left. And again, you'll learn later on how to shim things and straighten them up. Next, please. This is a kind of a unique one I made. It's an owl. I've made different ones. There he is there. And the nose is you can pull that out, and the bottom one, you can pull that out as well. So there's two drawers in that one. And different types of wood I was playing with. That one I think I made several of those, and they sold very well. And that one there is, of course, what do we got marked down here? Something about, yeah, spalted maple, I believe I made that one out of. That's very pretty, at least I thought it was. And again, you can see over here on the corner where my cut is, right there in the corner where I come in there. And again, trying to pick the spot to end up with a nice finished look that you can hide your cut.
Almost looks like one of the spalt lines
Yeah.
where you went in.
Yeah. Go ahead, next, please. Yeah, that's just showing you the drawer is open there. And there was spalted front and back. That's just a kitty cat, and that was walnut I made. What I saw one of these online. They had 3 little drawers in it. And a lot of ones, if you guys are looking online, they have so many little drawers, and they can be more complicated. I've always thought, what are they going to do with it? What's going to fit in those little drawers? Yeah, I mean, they're very, very tiny. They're nice and pretty, but I try to look for the utility of a box once I've made it. Now that one there, the lady bought it. She said she's going to keep her cat treats in it. So she thought it was pretty cool. Next, please. That was just another idea of a bandsaw box, 3 different kinds of wood. Again, playing with, I think there was oak, ash, and your guys' guess is as good as mine, because it's probably a couple years ago since I made that one. Next, please. And there's the front of it. Again, I used the same idea, come in underneath, so there was no saw cut to hide. Next one, Bob. This here is a wolf. And I put 2 drawers in that. That was kind of a unique one. A lot of work to cut that, a lot of cutting, and then trying to get all the fur, let's call it, and the look of it. And if you look up here on that eye to the right, in the wood, it almost looks like a perfect eye. That little spot there, when I was laying it out, that's what I went for. So the eye of the wolf would be in part of the box without physically putting an eye on it. Next, please. Another little bandsaw box, easy to use. Again, no flocking inside it. Next. There's the front of it. And there's the Velcro inside. I used the peel and stick Velcro because I didn't want to get into the flocking, but I didn't know how to do it to start with. And that's the front shot of I'd call that a lazy heart. Next.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. I'll leave this up here for you. You guys can, rather than pass it around.
Deep are yours typically, like how deep do you usually go?
In regards to a box.
Yeah, like the depth of them, which is basically relates to the
Anything
bandsaw.
working like this, about that size.
Well, that thickness of
Yeah.
the wood, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the height of your bandsaw, what kind of clearance you can get out of your bandsaw. I can get lots of clearance, but it's the movement of it and trying to keep your cut straight up and down. As he demonstrated there, it's the slower you go and the easier and the smoother the cut you're going to end up with. That works best. And you think, how big do you want one? And like I said, I sell a lot of my stuff. A lot of guys give their stuff away. So it was just a nice size for somebody can put that on a dresser or someplace like that rather than going to a large size. Any other questions? Yes, Don.
I've made 4 for my grandchildren. when they graduated. And when I did it, I got 2 books on bandsaw boxes. And one of the things they were showing is flocking the inside so that when the drawer went in, it stayed center. And it held the drawer so that if it tipped over, it didn't fall out. And it acts like a brake. And the first one I did not do that, like yours.
Yeah.
And I kept having a problem because it was shallow, it kept falling out. And
Okay.
so as soon as I put the flocking in all the way around, that centered them better. And because it's like hair, it bends over and it just holds it there. It's just
Good idea.
a little bit. And the
Yeah.
flocking is really easy, you get it from Lee Valley.
So you
They got
flock
a
it
tube, and you put it in the tube and
I think Wayne's gonna give us a demonstration of flocking.
Flocked it in and out?
Pardon?
So you flock the inside and the outside?
The inside of the frame.
Yeah, the inside of the drawer.
The inside
Inside
of the
here.
drawer and the inside of the frame,
Yeah.
so that the drawer, when it goes in, it has something to guide it.
It doesn't have to be flock on flock, like flock the outside of the drawer, or no?
No, you don't flock the outside of the drawer.
Okay, thank you.